Anna Alexander. Welcome to my living room as we're about to watch episode 3 of the HBO miniseries Chernobyl, which some of you have informed me is going to be another happy, joy episode. I'm telling y'all, it takes a lot for me to gear up to dive into this world. Now, some of you have kind of solidified what one of the questions I had was Legoslav. If he was the only in the show, they bring in one expert who says, hey, based on X, Y, and Z, I think we have an issue. And they went, no. There was more than one person that they consulted. And I'm hoping that all those people told the truth. That's another deep dive. But I am a person who always likes to err on the side of caution. Anything, any situation, whatever I'm doing, I always have 3 plans. Best, more than likely what's going to happen, and total foobar. I don't like to be caught unawares. I don't like to be panicked, and I don't like my life in danger. So I have taken at least a few seconds, if not way more, to plan for everything. Is it exhausting? Yes. Do I let it ruin my life? No. Do I sometimes ignore the things I should do because I just don't want to? Yes. But at least I have taken the time to consider it. Again, I don't like to be caught unawares, which is why people love to do things with me, because they know if shit goes sideways, Anna will at least stay calm, have some sort of plan to get us out of it. And that's how I've been since I was a tiny child. It's just how I roll. But the sound design in this series is amazeballs. It does its job, which it makes me feel highly tense and uncomfortable. Do I like that feeling? No. Do I appreciate it that it is there? Yes, I do. I also found it intriguing that Chernobyl, Stellan Skarsgård's character, made the change to, who the hell are you? To, okay, we need to start taking things seriously. We're in a bad situation. I like how it happened so quickly, and it didn't wait until the very, very end for that switch to, oh my gosh, has come to be. And also, let's just take a second to appreciate the strange and weirdness that is science. I mean, seriously, whenever you think about steam evaporating and you're like, oh, it's steam evaporating. I think the most people that experience every single day steam is those who wear glasses. And when you open the stove and you can't see for 10 seconds because of that steam wafts up in your face. But you don't think of steam as how powerful that it can be, and knowing that there was a time in our world where it could have blown apart a good chunk of a continent is amazeballs. So with that being said, I think I'm prepared to go back into this world. So first disaster is trying to be mitigated. Now we've got a worst disaster on our plates. I have no idea where we're going to go next, y'all. I don't. So, and I like to be surprised, so I don't want to know yet. So I've got my big comfy blanket for protection against my soul and a beverage of choice. So let's get to it. Maybe it's not to protect my soul, more to like protect my psyche. That's one of those electronic cranking flashlights, isn't it? Well, I'm glad they have one of those. It's not going to help them much, but again, it's something.
Is it possible that the water has already killed them?
Yes.
Then what?
Yeah. Oh no. That's too high. They put on their mask. Where are your gloves? This is where they all just drop now. I'm expecting badness at every single second. Thank you for the date reminder. I did need it.
Well, but Major Burov told me, he said...
No exceptions.
It's so sad. that works still, but
You can't.
I have permission.
I have money.
And you cannot touch him in any way. Do you understand?
She's gonna touch all over him, isn't she? How could she not? But still, oh.
You're not pregnant, are you?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I haven't finished yet.
Oh my gosh, and why are you smoking? I guess they figured you're a dead man anyway, but still, Jesus.
It's easy. It's okay.
Now you're both dead. For some reason, I'm just imagining her watch popping and exploding. I don't know why.
Cesium-137 in the Gomel district. That's 200 kilometers away.
It was decided.
Based on what?
I don't know.
Forgive me. Maybe I just spent too much time in my lab.
Is this really the way it all works?
You know what? We ask ourselves that.
Uninformed, arbitrary decision that will cost who knows how many lives made by some apparatchik, some career party man?
All the fucking time.
You should watch your tone, Comrade Legaza.
Right. Doesn't mean you're right. She's still in the hospital, just hiding out in the hallway.
Get off him! You're hurting him!
The bubble tanks are being drained. We have successfully eliminated the risk of a thermal explosion.
But
Legasov estimates a 50% chance that the fuel will breach the pad and melt down into the groundwater itself.
And where does this groundwater go?
everywhere,
The river. The primary water supply for approximately 50 million people.
everywhere.
And in order
But-
to do that, I'm told that we will need
Way too many people.
all of the liquid nitrogen in the Soviet Union.
I love how they say all the liquid nitrogen, as if they already know what it is, and that number is correct.
I don't want questions. I want to know when this will be over.
If you mean when will Chernobyl be completely safe,
It
the half-life of plutonium-239 is 24,000 years, so perhaps we should just say not within our lifetimes.
That's right.
What will happen to our boys?
The divers.
Divers,
You
the
know,
firefighters, the men in the control room.
You know.
Ionizing radiation tears the cellular structure apart. And blisters, turns red and black.
You hate to think about what has gone into knowing how they know that happens. You know, they've done tests and studies and actually subjected living tissue to that. And that's just, ugh.
I need all 100 men to gather their equipment and get on the trucks.
To where?
That's classified. The reactor fuel is going to sink into the ground and poison the water from Kiev to the Black Sea. They want you to stop that from happening.
How are we supposed to do that?
They didn't tell me because I don't need to know.
You can sense my frustration. You can sense my frustration. Love that detail. I love that detail.
Now you look like the Minister of Coal.
Tell me what you see outside. Tell me everything.
Oh, is this when he's gonna die as she's describing things? Oh, he's gonna die when she's describing things, isn't he? Wow. Wow.
Have you ever spent time with miners?
I'm gonna guess no.
My advice, tell the truth.
Andrei Glukov, crew chief.
Gosh, and how did these guys get to be the lucky ones to be sent in? I'm sure that's a whole other story. Coincidence, happenstance, somebody owes something. Of course not, they don't work.
To an extent.
Gosh, I would hope other countries had sent equipment to at least help them fight this, because in the long run, it's a global tragedy, incident, and that they would take it.
We need to install
I don't know. I don't
nitrogen
know.
heat exchanger underneath this concrete pad. So you have to get at it from underground.
That's the plan. That's the plan. To tunnel underneath it.
Is it going to fall on top of us?
Because we need to keep disruption of the ground above to a minimum, you can't use any heavy machinery. It has to be done by hand.
Spoons. You're going to give them
more
spoons,
men.
essentially. The equivalent of spoons.
400 at least. We'll have to work round the clock. How deep do you want this tunnel? 6 meters?
12.
12? Why?
For your protection.
Well, they're screwed.
If these worked, you'd be wearing them.
I can see now why this episode's titled Open Wide, O Earth. Okay, so this white cotton-esque outfit seems to be the popular choice. Was that a story, visual telling style choice, or was it something that they wore? And what was that material really is what I think, because I'm thinking you need like lead-lined items to protect you from anything. This is just, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, they're all smoking. Like, can't really, oh, yeah. It's so counterintuitive.
What's it up to?
50 degrees.
So that's Celsius then, right? Yikes.
I've been breathing dust in my lungs for 20 years.
Not this dust. I'm sorry. For your own good. No fans.
Everything for their own good. But nobody knows what the good is. This is why I get ragey watching this show, and I can't watch it for a week. Because it drives me insane. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, dude. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I want you to tell me everything that happened on the night of the accident. Is that all right?
Can he even talk?
I am the senior reactor control chief engineer at Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Well, there are dozens of patients from Chernobyl exactly like him. It isn't safe for you.
He's
here.
my husband.
Not anymore. He's something else now, do you understand? He's dangerous to you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We knew she wasn't going to follow directions. Oh, God.
We're gonna have a baby.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You just radiated the crap out of your fetus. These are horrible story choices. This is so bad. This is so bad.
The fire's out.
Yay.
The miners are making incredible progress.
Obviously, something is amiss
The whole
here.
job will be finished in 4 weeks.
You don't have 4 weeks. Well, this is how you deal with it. It's how you deal with it. Jeez, just give them a fan. They're already breathing in dust.
You're not as protected. No.
Will they be looked after?
Not like they should.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That is a sad, sad truth. Sad truth.
He pressed the button. He did. I swear.
Was the button not connected?
People are going to hear about this. Wait.
What is everyone going to hear?
Who are you? Who are you?
What is everyone going to hear?
And this is how shitty history repeats itself.
There's no longer a threat of additional explosion.
But
Have faced the challenge and risen to the task, and they and everyone in this room are to be commended.
everyone in that room did jack shit nothing.
We hope we have lived up to the highest standards of the KGB.
Well, you called them out. You called them out.
All animals still surviving within the zone must be presumed contaminated and will have to be destroyed. So we will have to raise entire forests. We will have to rip up the top layer of earth and bury it under itself. There will be deaths.
We expect this liquidation effort to take 3 years and approximately 750,000 men.
How many deaths?
All of them?
Thousands. I mean no disrespect, but I was wondering if you could tell me why.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
She was arrested by the KGB.
The KGB is a circle of accountability.
That's what you call it.
So you will be accountable for her?
Her name?
I know who she is.
No shit. We all knew he knew. We all knew he knew. Did they take her notes? Oh, they probably took her notes.
I'll go back to the hospital and re-interview Akimov and Toptonov.
I don't know if they're still alive.
If they're still awake.
Awake. Oh.
They're not.
Oh. It must be difficult to run this kind of investigation when you can't access the site itself of the incident and see if all the connections were there in that board. I find it totally reasonable that they pushed that button and that button was connected to nothing. Oh. Oh. Little handwritten notes saying you must now leave your homes. Oh. Oh, no. Are they recruiting people? Like a draft? Oh, and I recognize that guy. I can't remember from what. Oh. Oh. It's the Eternals. That's what's his name. Keyhole. Barry Keyhole. This is when the mass graves begin. Oh. 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 Wow. 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 So I'm thinking this is an excellent example of when you have not even just misinformation, no information going out, and how that spirals out of control. Because if anything I have learned in my time on this earth is the second you try to hide, misdirect, downplay something of great degree of importance, the fallout of when the truth starts coming out is a bajillion times greater than if you just dealt with it properly to start with. And that goes from little tiny things, like let's say a leak in your house or a clogged drain or anything, to nuclear disaster. That's how I roll. And another funny thing is when you're watching a story is that you put yourself in those characters' shoes. So when those characters start making choices you yourself weren't, you'll get angry, you'll get frustrated, it's so weird how you want to force these characters to do something you would do when there's so many different types of people with different types of experiences and backgrounds, and they're making choices based on what they have known or been told. That's different than you. And there's right choices and there's wrong choices. And trying to fit that all together, it hurts my head. It hurts my head, especially when I'm watching this, just going, oh. And the things that you don't think about when it comes to science, and I don't know if I'm making this make sense whatsoever, but you hear, okay, nuclear reactor, radiation, okay, how expansive contamination is. What does contamination look like? What does it actually do? And I always note something that you don't fuck around with. And I'm seeing in this story lots of people fucking around with it. And as you can see, problems aren't tiny, they're catastrophic. And, it's been 30 years, almost 40 years. And they're just barely begun the reclamation, which will not happen in any of our lifetimes. The Earth might just destroy itself and be hit by an asteroid before any of that gets back to like a smidgen of what it was then. And we don't know. Again, we don't know. We don't know so much. I know some of you have dropped in the comments some links to different documentaries and such. That's a bit more, again, documentary, not fictional retelling. I may watch them later on down the road. I will want to watch this all first and then go back and watch them. But again, as you can see, it puts me in a really dark, frustrated place, which is really hard to climb out of. So now I'm going to watch The Legends of Vox Machina. Total opposite, to clean my palate, because I'm going to go out tonight. I'm going to go out into the world and I'm going to experience things safely. And I don't want to be in a bad headspace when I go do it. So I hope you are all having a wonderful, fantastic day, that you are enjoying every squidgen out of life that is possible, and you're being kind to your fellow man, and just experiencing joy today. That's what I hope for you today. After you watch this with me, that you're now going to go out and experience joy, because I appreciate you being with me, and I do hope to see you again for future adventures. Until next time, y'all.